Manager 2015 with Aston Villa. It is the 29th of May 2019, and we've advanced forward to the end of the season. I know it's going to be probably 2 episodes until the end of the season, because I was going to do one in start of April and then the last game of the season. But to be honest, I wasn't enjoying the game, and I felt the previous 2 episodes against both the live commentaries against Spurs, I was quite negative, even though we put up really kind of decent enough efforts. And I didn't want you guys to kind of witness me being just annoyed and pissed off at the game, which I was at the time of recording the April one, and then I didn't feel there was really any need to live commentate the last game of the season because it was really pointless. So we've just gone to the end of the season here. I'm just going to give you a complete overview of the results since the middle of January, where we left off last. There won't be any live com in this video, but big review, I suppose, which needs to be done. That was the last time you guys saw us, I think, with the 3-2 win over Spurs. Unfortunately, it did mean a 6-5 defeat on aggregate in the Capital One Cup semi-final. Spurs did go on to win the Capital One Cup final 2-0 against Liverpool, so fair play to them. We narrowly missed out on getting there ourselves. Anyway, after that we drew 2-2 away at Nottingham Forest, back in the league here. Benteke and Tom Cleverley both on score sheet. Jordan Obita, Nicolaj Thompson for them. Managed to beat Swansea 1-0, a rare clean sheet this year. Dede, the only goal of the game, from a free kick. He actually took the free kick and slammed it home to give us a 1-0 win. We lost 4-2 to Newcastle. We took the lead through Federico Bravo, Remy Cabella, brace for Raul Jimenez and Chris Smalling for Bonazzoli. Pull him back. And watch this space, because Federico Bonazzoli is the reason I'm still in a job right now. Just a little spoiler there for you. Anyway, we managed to beat Hull 2-1. Guido Vidala gave us the lead in the 44th minute. Tom Ince equalised in the 83rd. Bonazzoli from the penalty spot in the 87th minute snuck us a win, I think just about deserved. We then lost 3-2 at home to Everton. We took the lead in the 67th minute through Guido Vidala, but a brace from Luke Castagnos and one for Brendan Galloway made it 3-1 before Grealish netted in injury time, but it was way too little too late. We lost 4-1 away at Old Trafford against Man U. Ward-Prowse, Januzaj, Quado SMO and Andre Ayew for them. Bonazzoli with the lone goal for ourselves. One of the worst results really was the Wigan game, where we lost 1-0. Alexander Szymanowski scored again against us, because he scored a hat-trick earlier in the year against us. This time he only scored the one, but they only needed the one. And after this game, the board called me in to discuss how I was doing, and they were saying I was doing shit, which I was, but that I needed 9 points from the next 5 games. We started that run off with a 1-1 draw away at Stoke. Guido Vidala with the only goal of the game for us, 53rd minute. He was, as you can see, he scored a fair few goals after his loan deal to us. Unfortunately, in this game, Vaclav Kadlec equalised in the 93rd minute, a painful blow to only draw 1-1. He managed to squeeze past QPR at home 2-1. Lucas Boye getting a brace before James Milner pulling back. The game I was supposed to live commentate against Crystal Palace, we did manage to win 1-0. Bonazzoli with the only goal of the game in the 54th minute. Otherwise a fairly dreadful game, so I'm not too displeased that I didn't commentate that. But a good win nonetheless, which had given us 7 points from 3 games. But then we played at home to Spurs, where we managed to get a 1-1 draw, which I thought was quite good. Roberto Pereira did give us the lead in the 57th minute. Christian Eriksen quickly cancelled it out in the 66th, and we managed to kind of hang on for a draw. And then we managed to beat Middlesbrough 2-0 away from home. Federico Bonazzoli scoring a brace. Fantastic, which meant we did come away from that 5 games with 11 points, which was very good. So we managed to keep our job, and we kind of just progressed from then on. You know, we We beat West Ham at home 1-0. Guido Vidala with the only goal in the game in the 32nd minute. Balanta did get sent off for a straight red, but didn't affect us. And then this was probably the best of the lot. We beat Manchester City 3-0 at home. Federico Bonazzoli with a hat-trick. Fair play to the youngster. Absolute stunning game. We narrowly lost at home to Chelsea. Game after that. This was the penultimate game of the season. Oscar with the only goal of the game in the 25th minute. We actually had plenty of chances, but we just couldn't take any of them, which is really disappointing. The last game of the season was away at Arsenal, where we did lose out 3-1. Nelson Oliveira gave them the lead in the 6th minute, but Bonazzoli equalised in the 20th from the penalty spot. But Ozil scored, and then Oliveira again gave them a 3-1 win. Which did leave us in 12th place at the end of this season. We've kind of scraped up to 12th there, 45 points. Like, it was a fairly poor season, I'll hold my hands up on that, and it was only because of that decent enough run near the end. If we have a look at it again, like that little, 7-game unbeaten run near the end was the only reason I was kind of kept in the job. But since then, because my contract was expiring at the end of the 2019 season, they've just offered me a new 3-year deal, so they're looking to keep me for the time being. So fingers crossed on that. As you can see, those 67 goals conceded, which didn't end up being the worst, I don't think, but it wasn't the best. Yeah, 5th worst. Goal scoring wise, we were in, I think, 9th, which is like pretty good actually. So it was really the goals conceded that were the problem for us, only getting 45 points. I'll go through our individual player stats. So in the end, Federico Bonazzoli ended up with 18 goals from 16 starts and 14 games off the bench. This is in all competitions. He managed to get 12 overall in the league, which was a great effort from a 22-year-old. He's turning into the monster I knew he could become. Benteke kind of eased out a bit. He had a very good first half to the season. Didn't have a great second half. Ended up with 18 goals himself, though a decent return. Jack Grealish, another class season for the young Irishman. 14 goals, 19 assists. We're going to find it difficult to keep him to the club over the summer. Roberto Pereira actually underperformed this year, I felt. I thought Pereira had a poor enough season. 8 goals, 10 assists from his 44 games. Definitely not his best season. Guido Vidala was very good when coming in. He got 5 goals and 4 assists in his 18 games, but he was quite influential, and he just improved the squad nicely. Boye up there with 4 goals. Robbie Byrne also with 3. His value has increased to 5 million, which is great to see. His stats on the rise as well, so good player this guy is in the making. Top assist wise, as I said, Grealish 19, Pereira 10, Benteke 6, Byrne 5, Bonazzoli 4. Average rating wise, Grealish top at 7.25. Tom Cleverley had another good year, 7.22 for Tom. Who else is there? Bonazzoli up there. Gil Romero's first season at the club, not too bad to be honest. In the end, not too bad at all. Over 7s he ended up with. But that, as I said, the top defender was Dede in the end with 7.03, just scraped a 7, or just above a 7. So did Balanta, 7.03 as well. Bravo managed to scrape a 7 as well. George Zachary, though, 6.92, not great. Peruzzi, 6.88, definitely not good. Santon, 6.85. Other kind of noticeable poor average ratings. Unfortunately, Anthony Carrish has had another disappointing year on loan at Norwich in the Championship. Just didn't really perform for them, which is disappointing. So we might have to look to sell him. Fortunately, with somebody like Oliveira, we're just going to have to try and sell him because he can't get his work permit. So it's a real disappointment because he looks like a guy who could become a decent player, but at this moment in time, he just can't get a work permit. So we might have to sell him on. Looking into coming into the club, I'm probably looking for the defenders at this rate. Maybe getting Luke Shaw on another loan deal or something. I don't know. See if he's available for something like that. He might be, he might not be. Manfred Gutsa, also another youngster, who's still improving quite nicely, 18 years of age, and the other one is Stephen Bradbury. All these guys have been given kind of a few games in the first team, nothing too excessive, but all good for their development in the end. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I didn't do the updates, but I thought I just want to kind of get playing, and now that we've gotten that bit of security with the 3-year deal, and we're just into a new season, like this season is behind us now, and we've ended up kind of getting 12th place out of it, which actually isn't too bad, because it was nearly top half, so kind of done really well in a very desperate season. To kind of get to somewhere like that isn't actually too bad. Now, next season we will have to start afresh, and the next episode will of course be the start of next season. So if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later. Bye.